Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're doing well. It's time to talk about important matters. It's time for you to understand the reality of personal development success in Islam. Why is it important? Well, uh, let me guide you through it. So, for those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Aisha, and I've been working for past 24 years with Muslim psyche, helping my clients to recover from any types of pains on the level of trauma, at the level of relationship issues, maybe even childhood or inner child related stucknesses. And I do it with Islamic psychology of healing. So, with that being said, um, I probably want to put your mind on rest with this message if you come to this realization already. If not, I want to prepare you for something. You see, on our path of self-growth, maturing in life, as a Muslims especially, we're coming to realization, we're coming to this milestone in our life that everything that we do for others, with others, how we treat them, how we advise them, how we respect them, how we serve them in any professional and personal way, is actually reflecting our ability to connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's actually reflecting our understanding of Tawheed. And this is a serious milestone to actually reach. There's no coming back from it. Please don't blame the messenger. I'm just reminding you, Surah Hujurat, verse 49, Surah Hujurat, verse 13, where we are being reminded that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us into males and females, put us into families, into tribes for one reason, for one purpose only, obviously worshipping Him, but also with one thing in mind, that we all equal apart from one tiny difference. And the difference comes back to taqwa. So Allah says, the most noble of you are the ones who got taqwa, who are righteous and who are conscious of me. However, it is spiritual and enlightening experience. But as it goes in spiritual growth, it also can become a quite scary point of realization, of self-realization, and it can stutter you. Now, what happens is from this point on, you are reconnecting with Quran on a completely different level. It speaks to you language of your soul. You start seeing ayat from Quran around you in your life, and you might even feel lonely in it because you might be surrounded by people who are actually not at that level. Please don't panic. It is nothing more than the sacred station of development. And many people going through it, you just haven't met them, or you maybe haven't spoken about them. So I'm privileged to be the first one to break that good news for you, actually. Now, I also need you to be prepared because there are certain things, such as consciousness and accountability, which are going to change the game for you, which are going to change completely the way you are relating to yourself, to others, and even to God, subhanAllah, right? So one of those things is consciousness, and that is the sacred station of tawakkul, meaning you will become more self-aware and mindful of actions because they will impact others. They already impacted others, but now you're being more conscious of it. And Hadith in Trimidi reminds us about it. Take account of yourself before you are taken into accountability. So don't be surprised when this is actually something that you're going to become completely conscious. And after that, you will raise yourself to accountability. Just like in the hadith of in Sahih Muslim, verily Allah has prescribed excellence, ihsan, in all things, and that means you will strive to excellent all your deeds and actions and your ways with others. This is station of ihsan. The next station is taqwa. Have taqwa of Allah wherever you go, something that we read from Trimidi, and you will develop a deep awareness of God, meaning you will perceive His presence in all actions of your life, and it will strive to please Him. In His sight, you want to be seen as a good person, as a striving person, as a strong believer. And then it's time for help, but more than help. You will remember not only that, but also the day of judgment as they are happening right now. So this is strong visualization, but completely different realm of existence, you see. And whoever fears Allah, he will make him he will grant him lots of good, and that is in Quran, Surah 65, verse 2. So you will contemplate on your mortality, but also accountability before the day of judgment. So this hope is actually building this fear, psychological fear, spiritual fear is actually building your character. It's not stopping you. It's not causing you procrastination. It is actually helping you to create stronger and better version of yourself as a Muslim. And we know that a strong Muslim, a strong believer is better than the weak one. You will also concentrate a lot on your niyyah and that will connect you with your fitra. So what I mean by that, you will be prioritizing the level of your sincerity and engagement and intentions in everything you do with whoever is it that you're doing. This is again a reminder of it is in Sunnah, like in Bukhari, actions are but intentions, and every man will have only this which he intended. But also Quran Surah 30 verse 30 reminds us. So direct your face towards the religion, inclining to the truth, and there to the fitran of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon which he has created you. So this is that final stage of fitra, the sweetest stage of fitra. As you can see, this is followed by taking yourself into responsibility, consciousness of yourself, how you are with others, and consciousness of God. There's no coming back from it. There's no way you can go back to heedlessness. If you grasp that, then you want to improve, and that's what I want to discuss with you. When you're improving, what self-improvement means is actually looking for guidance. So in nowadays times, it's probably Mufti Menk, it's probably other great speakers on YouTube. But if you are more sincere in seeking knowledge, then you're probably turning into other levels of awareness of ilm, and finding yourself you're finding yourself surrounded by a circle of teachers and students. And self-guiding and learning is actually less efficient than being guided by somebody who's done this journey for you, before you, and now is prepared and skilled to share it with you. We all know that. Because self-guided learning is like craving your own path through the wilderness. It is quite lengthy and it's quite difficult. While learning from a teacher is akin to following a well lit and experienced trail. So there's no way you can go there. And I remember one of the proverbs, Greek proverbs like Socrates, who said, "Education is the kindling of a flame, not the feeling of a vessel," right? And then there is also African proverb, if you want to grow fast, go alone, and if you want to grow far, go together. So I want you to understand that from now on, you going to tap into the world of knowledge, abundance of knowledge, and that will create for you a world of opportunities. And you will concentrate on certain objectives, not only Islamic studies. Many of my clients and students, they come across my program, across my work, and what happens is that they study Islamic studies before, or psychology, or counseling, coaching, chaplaincy, parenting classes, and they find themselves that there is a missing gap. There's a missing link in all of it. And it really shouldn't be that way. If you also find yourself disappointed on your journey of acquisition of knowledge, I really do feel for you, and that's why I'm here today. preparing you and explaining you what is it that you can find out there on your conquest of knowledge. So Islamic counseling, Islamic psychology, Islamic concept of selfhood, Islamic coaching, Islamic spirituality, and Islamic healing is something that you already come across probably, and something that you might actually right now pursue, maybe with those institutions which I'm going to talk to you about, maybe not yet. And I want you to understand that this is currently what's going on the market. I'm not here uh, to talk to you about universities who are actually picking up right now, in Ukraine included and online included, on Islamic psychology degrees or modules, because I believe that I own to Muslim businesses support and the representation of their hard work. So these are few. It's Khalil Center based in Chicago, in Iksan based in Bradford, Latif, I believe, based on really it's quite mobile, but I would say London, Cambridge Muslim College, and Al Bala Academy based online, but also AJS Therapy, my own company based online and in Birmingham. So those organizations, you can expect from them excellence of delivery of those different subjects. As you can see, uh, probably the pioneering organization as AJS Therapy, Cambridge Muslim College, and Al Balaka Academy, they cover quite a range of modules, modalities like Islamic spirituality, Islamic self-code, Islamic psychology, and Islamic counseling, and Islamic healing as well. And they, accordingly to my research and my experience, clinical and academical experience of working with Muslims, like they are absolutely necessary for you to understand before you become Halil, equipped helper or equipped therapist, being coach, counselor, psychotherapist. You really need to give hack time intentions to those subjects. It's a serious matter to help others, and I'm sure you're understanding that, but also a serious matter calling yourself Islamic psychologist, psychotherapist, or coach. Now, as you see in AJS therapy, we cover all those subjects. Plus, we give you a little bit extra, such as business essentials. So with us, not only you will cover all those modules, but also you are going to get access to subjects which are going to help you to go out there and become online-based business, plus more. Now, as I said already, the journey of acquiring knowledge can be daunting. It is daunting. Please be prepared for it. That's why organizations like us, we are sort of making it easier for you. We are paving shortcuts for you. We're guiding you, holding you by hand. Something that happens in AJS therapy. We have tutoring, even one-to-one tutoring available. This purely because we are aware that there are numerous costs involved in studying this knowledge. Costs like commitment. It requires deep and, I would say, lifelong commitment to learning and self-improvement at that level. Time, the pursuit of knowledge demands significant investment and sacrificing leisure, family events, even sometimes your own health. Sacrifices such as personal changes, you see, learning and especially spiritual growth learning will transform you as a being, and the environment around you will have to either adjust or they will not. So there are quite a few losses and the level of relationships that nobody talks about, but you need to be prepared for that. But they're not actually losses, they spaces for better type of relationships. Loneliness as well, the path of knowledge can be lonely sometimes. Sometimes you feel like you need support, and that's why those organizations, including mine, they are reaching out to you with the great offers. But there are also rewards, don't get me wrong, like personal satisfaction, closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, enlightenment, which I already introduced to you, peace of mind, a sakina in your heart, personal satisfaction, and growing your self-esteem, and contribution, if anything, leaving legacy for your children, for your friends, for your family, and guidance. Because surely what will happen is you will probably want to put that in practice. You would probably consider becoming counselor, psychotherapist, psychologist, or coach. And this is what's going on out there in terms of the real costs and the real engagement. As you can see, um, those organizations which I decided to introduce you to, they have very similar offers. Majority of time they are based online. Some of them they face to face. And please mind that if they are face to face, it is normally 4 days. If you are after certificate, because certificate is something that we're discussing here, a top up to everything that you're doing. But if you want to study from the scratch, becoming a psychologist, go to university, or studying with accredited organizations like Latif Project, then we're talking about 5 years and quite blended, a flexible approach, face to face and online. Now you can expect 70% face-to-face based and 30 to maybe even 40% online based interactions. The price, financial price, just for the course, ranges from £8,000 to £1,000. And look at that, £1,000 is the cheapest, the most effective financially, the budget, if you like, option to study this knowledge. It also will take you only 1 year of your time, maybe even less if you are very sincere in studying. You will receive certificate accredited by AJS Therapy. Mind you, certificate levels, even diploma levels with Muslim college, Cambridge Muslim College. We are currently accredited only by our organizations, purely because the world outside, in terms of accrediting bodies, they don't recognize the level of knowledge that we're providing at the level of continuous personal development. We haven't yet become accredited body. We haven't yet, inshallah, we will. So just to summarize, if you decide to take it seriously, and do your window shopping, as we all do, you will come to understanding, and I want to underline it, to understanding that financial investment in personal growth goes beyond the courses. But with AJS culture sport training, but with AJS therapy, you can save on the course anything up to £2,000. We are currently the cheapest option on the market. You can also count into it business essentials and Islamic healing, something that isn't taught by majority of providers. You're saving yourself at least minimum £5,000, not to mention time. And now, because we're based online, you're saving yourself around £400 of traveling, including time and probably feeding yourself as well in between. Materials. You don't have any worries about materials with AJS therapy. That is the beauty of our course. You have everything provided in this course, including articles, books, even PDF books to download, and slides. That will be saving at least of £800, if not more. But also, CPD courses are beautiful in terms of time saving, but also extra costs such as personal therapy and supervision. They can cost minimum £2,000 for the required period of becoming psychotherapist and counselor. So you don't have to worry about it. So there you go. At least £12,000. That is the saving if you decide to study rising Islamic therapists with us. Now, there are numerous bonuses as well if you decide to study with us. If you go on this website, please do listen to testimonials of our students, read a little bit more about those core modules, um, and get accustomed with bonuses. So you will get 16 weeks long Islamic therapy skill program, and that will teach you how to present yourself with others, whether you Halil, whether you are a practitioner, based on prophetic ways of being with others, presenting yourself with others. So we're talking about using silence, we're talking about mirroring, transference, we're talking about questioning, core conditions, ethics and morals. So this is something that I believe is, if not the most important, accordingly to recent research, we know that therapeutic alliance, so the way you are with person, is more effective than any modality and any theory that you're using in your work with clients. So you are the source, you are the remedy, you are the source of healing as well. But then also you will get the access to my Golden Star Business Essentials for Healers program, where you will learn many skills, starting from setting up your business, mastering your accountancy skills, mastering your sales instruction, your sales is process, even to the details of affecting booking system and building your website and social media. Um, so that will take you through beginning from zero to hero, if you like. As different stages, it will take you through zero to hero, basically, as a business. So with us here in Aegis Therapy, you have uh, 12 months or lifetime, if you choose to, access to our teaching and to our tutoring, with resources, cherished bonuses, updates as well, and they include even interviews. So not only learning programs, not only study materials, but also quite interactive um, and studios approach. You will get access to tutoring, and you will be required to submit assignments, which are going to be checked by us, and you receive feedbacks from us. But also, you can count on a groundbreaking and scientifically verified approach to psycho-spiritual approach in self-growth and in working with other Muslim soul, which will eventually not only help you to get better connection, understanding of Islamic psychology, but help others to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can't put price on dawah. And eventually, we're expecting you to graduate with certified practitioner diploma, and find your ways and ground in this Islamic therapeutic community, because that's what it is. So that's about us. Please find some time to go through website, listen to our students' um, uh, experiences and testimonials, inshallah. And I hope to see you on the other side. It's now or never. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.